so this morning we went to breakfast and you said, I had this interesting dream. I was like, wait, before you tell me, we should figure out what topic we're doing at the podcast today. Cause if we do dreams and stuff, then you could tell it there. And he goes, I'd be okay with doing it that way. So I want to hear your dream now.
Okay. I think I've derived just about as much meaning as I can because, the further you get from dreams, the harder they are to remember, the more memory they become.
You think this dream had meaning?
Oh, that's what's so fascinating about it. I'm convinced there's some deeper meaning in it. I've been trying to extrapolate it because it's interesting to me. It's not the dream itself. It's what it means that was interesting, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, so you think the dreams have...
I think this one did.
Okay. Wow, this is interesting. I want to talk about dreams with meaning after you tell the story.
So in this dream, I don't remember everything, and I know some details are more important than others, and I've been trying to, for one thing, figure out which of the details I've remembered matter. So in this dream, it was me opposite of someone else. In this dream, though, and I think this is important to the meaning, we are essentially characters, specifically me. I'm playing a character. I'm playing a villain, but he is the villain. He's like the devil. Not really the devil, but he's the worst person. He's, and I know this, my character, I should say, knows this, the character I'm playing, but he's someone who has committed murder, theft, but he's also got like all the money in the world. He's got it all through the worst possible way. And my character is in a similar position where my character wants what he has, but he's on top. And the instigating incident, again, it's maybe not important, but it's what it means. He had just beat his wife, and she had a pearl necklace, and all the pearls were scattered on the ground. And so my character, see, this is me playing a character. I have to do what he would do. I was like, well, I want those pearls. So I picked him up, and of course the pearls mean nothing to him. They're not of any value really. But they're not mine, and if anything, they're his. And that he not like he needs reasons to want to hurt me, but that gives him all the reason he needs. So he pulls his gun and points it right at my face and says something. And I wish I could remember the words. I remembered what the words were about, though, and I guess that's enough. And my thinking was, well, there's nothing I can say that he hasn't heard that would put him above killing me because he's done this before. Like, what's the last thing he would expect to hear? It's probably just the truth, and probably someone who's not begging for their life or something. And so my character says something to him like, man. But within 3 seconds, like I figure that's how long, unflinching, right? Like I actually lean forward and I say like right at him something like, I don't remember what it was, but we had this dialogue where I said most of the stuff, which I hate this interpretation of it, but in one form or another, it was, we're not so different. It was this, whatever the words were back and forth, it's like, you got where, I said to him, you got where you are. You didn't get to where you are by being squeamish about anything or by being afraid of anything. And I was showing like, I'm doing the same thing you would do, something like that. And then he like wasn't expecting it, and it really tickled him the right way. I guess it made him really delighted. So like while he has the gun in my face, he kind of like, while he's just pissed at the world and everything, he kind of like has this little like smirk that comes out. And then he, without saying it, you could know he felt it. What I was, I guess, bringing about him was this feeling of, yeah, someone finally gets it. I hate people who are cowards and who are afraid of the truth and just doing what they believe or saying what they think. I don't know. It was this very interesting moment in the context of a story which we were telling because we were characters. You see this, and I think that's important to the interpretation. I don't care about those pearls. They're not mine. I wouldn't steal them, which is effectively what I was doing, even though they're on the floor. They're garbage to him, but they're still his. I've been puzzling over it because like there's like, you know, there's things about it
typical about it.
There's got to be. There's something about it that I think could be understood, and I don't have all the details because I can't remember it all, but that's what I have. And I've been thinking, anyway, I think I'm done with that story.
In a narrative sense, there's something to be derived from it.
Sure.
That's what you're saying?
There's some wisdom to be distilled, I think.
It's
I'm thinking about what I said out loud. It didn't sound very remarkable, but
yeah.
And this happens with a lot of dreams. You wake up and you go, "Oh, that was awesome." And then you think about it later, actually, it's kind of stupid.
No, I know what you mean. It doesn't sound stupid to me. It just takes a minute for me to like absorb it. Well, I'm not going to overanalyze your dream for you, but it does seem like that same sort of story about confronting such and such with truth is the proper way to do things or whatever, and like it's the most impactful thing you can do. But I don't know, it feels like there's something sort of it feels like there's an underlying story about the pearls too. I don't know, like that seems like something like
yeah, it was a weird dream.
That is.
But I was so engaged, and maybe I was engaged with it because I care about acting and it fascinates me. Maybe that was the part of it that made me just like, what's going on here? What's this? What's the theme? What's the story? I don't know. And I was enraptured when I woke up. I thought about it. I was like, what was that? Anyway.